Haze, a first-person shooter for the PS3 developed by some of the key talent behind legendary console shooter GoldenEye, proves that perception and reality can be two very different things. But how different are they? Our first test looks at the game's campaign mode, single-player, and co-op.
We must kill them all!
It's fair to call Haze a first-person shooter on drugs, at least for the early part of the game. When things start out, you're a proud mantle trooper, signed up to make a difference in the world. You and your squad are juiced up with nectar and using your heightened awareness, enemy glow vision, and supercharged melee strength to take down rebel scum with extreme prejudice and macho one-liners.
That was like taking candy from a cripple, baby!
Public enemy number 1 and leader of the Promise Hand rebels is Gabriel Skincoat Marino.
We fight for Merino! We fight for the Promise Hand!
According to media reports, the guy actually has a coat made out of flayed human skin. What kind of a jerk would wear something like that?
Today is the day that Mantel falls!
As it turns out, he's the kind of jerk you'll be fighting for after learning the truth about Mantle. The exact details are still under wraps, and we're not totally sure if his coat is actually made of human skin, but after taking off your honeycombed battle armor and yellow-visored helmet, you're bound by a promise to the hand to stick it to the man, and say no to drugs. Or at least nectar.
Now it's time to set things right.
The first difference you'll notice is a slightly different set of weaponry. Being a little bit slower on tech and funding means the Rebel assault rifle doesn't come with a scope, so you'll do your aiming with trusty old iron sights. Most weapons on one side have a counterpart on the other, so going guerrilla doesn't mean you have to give up sniper rifles and rocket launchers. In fact, the Hand have a few fun, unique toys, including a flamethrower known as the People's Dragon. Once you've switched sides, your tactics will change. You don't have nectar vision or super strength anymore, but since Mantle soldiers are all dressed up like big bright yellow bees, they're usually not too hard to spot. You can also turn their nectar dependency against them by hitting them with an overdose. Knives and grenades can both be nectarized, and you can achieve the same effect by shooting the nectar pack on their back. You can tell when a soldier has gone crazy because his equipment will turn red and he'll be unable to tell friend from foe. This can actually happen to you early on when you're enlisted, which can easily contribute to friendly fire kills. Just like a rebel to resort to sabotage.
Be okay.
One of the more interesting features of the game is a 4-player cooperative mode. Whenever you've got a game up and running, up to 3 human allies step in for the computer-controlled comrades. You can coordinate careful attacks or just jump in a 4-person vehicle and drive around with turrets blazing. A fallen ally can usually be revived with a friendly pat on the back.
Relax, you're okay.
Up, motherfucker!
If one of your friends is permanently taken out, you can still revive them by making it to the next checkpoint. The system seems to create a nice balance between being able to take risks and encouraging you to play it safe, and easily lends itself to harrowing rescues and some pretty hilarious deaths. If you have friends to haze with you, going through the entire campaign co-op style should be a great choice.
This is more fun than I've ever had with my pants on.
Haze doesn't seem like it's out to kill Halo or completely redefine the way you think about first-person shooters, but it does have a few tricks up its sleeve and a strong cooperative component. Later on, we'll take a look at the competitive multiplayer modes of Haze before finally piecing everything together in our review.